Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at ratings on Trustpilot. We're going to take a look at Monat Global and what customers have to say about the network marketing company. I already made a good amount of videos seeing what customers have to say about the products or the exchanges on Trustpilot, and today we're going to take a look at Monat. Full disclosure, I'm filming this video mid-August, otherwise I wouldn't be able to upload 24 videos in December to participate in Vlogmas, so the ratings are based on what I can see on the website when I'm filming this. There might be further ratings added and also the rating score might change, but it is now August 10th. That's where the ratings are at. And at the moment, Monat has a 4.4 star rating out of 5, which is considered excellent and is actually the best rating we have seen so far. They have a good amount of 5-star reviews and a good amount of 1-star reviews, as is typical for those websites. 60% 5-star reviews, hardly anything in between, and then 32% 1-star reviews. I think that is typical for Trustpilot. I also recognize that in the other videos that I did, that people either take time out of their day to rate and exchange products they bought because they had a great experience or because they had a negative experience. Very little people will very likely do this because they had a meh experience. I will start the recording and then we will go through the reviews. So let's see what's happening here. It seems like Monat is the best rated MLM so far I've seen and have reacted to. This is Trustpilot.com. We're taking a look at Monat. Monat considers itself a beauty product supplier. Well, it's actually a network marketing company. I think it would be good to also add this. 6,000 reviews, that's what they're having. Let's take a look. I will scroll down to the reviews. Joe and Clark, suspicious reviews. Well, it's highly rated for a network marketing company, I have to admit. It can be quite suspicious. The products are overpriced and not sustainably better than drugstore brands. They claim to be premium, but the quality has continued to decline, leading one to believe that they have changed their formulations. This is clearly a campaign for the company and its distributors to write in reviews, as more than 90% of the reviews appear in 2 categories, 5 or 1. I think it is illogical that almost no one thinks the products are okay. They either think they're fabulous or terrible. Trustpilot needs to verify whether reviews are coming from Monat distributors or not. That is truthful. This is from yesterday, August 9th, when I'm filming this video, and Trustpilot actually has that in their terms and conditions as well, that you're not allowed to leave a review if you have a certain bias, if you're connected to the company. So you're not allowed to leave a review if you're a part of the corporate side or if you're a distributor. Trustpilot apparently doesn't check this. Sensi Huns were all over the review page and they left reviews left and right saying how wonderful the company is, although they are distributors themselves, and they even tried to use the platform to pitch other distributors, and that is not according to Trustpilot's guidelines. Love the hair products. Monat is fantastic. Full 5 stars. This is the only hair product that has helped my scalp. I will never use anything else. Monat even replied, "Great, thank you for your great feedback." This person was invited. What does that mean? This reviewer was manually invited to write a review following their experience with a company. This type of review is automatically labeled invited. Okay, so Monat reaches out to its distributors, and that is why we have the sign that people are invited. And yeah, you shouldn't necessarily as a company, I don't think it's illegal, but to incentivize people to go there, very likely because Monat a while ago had bad reviews. This one was also invited. So Monat invited these people, and that's why we have so many good reviews. Great product, quick delivery, and also they don't take a lot of time to actually explain what is going on, what is great, what is working for them. And I have to admit that I love that the person left the first review there saying, hey, there's something sketchy happening. Yes, these people were for sure asked to leave a good review. The products I purchased are excellent and the assistance provided was top rate. Then Onus didn't quite get the message, also invited, dealt with personal friend dealer, their reliability was already well known, but only 4 stars. Reply from Monat, thank you for your great feedback. Well, it was good feedback, not great. Then we have Cheryl, who was also invited. Lost VIP points. I made an order in July. At the time, I had 535 VIP points, so I wanted to put 500 towards my order so I could get $30 off my order. I used them now, they're gone, and I didn't get the $30 off my order, so I have lost 500 VIP, which I earned from purchasing products and have lost them. Not very happy with that. Monat replied, thank you for your message. We're sorry to hear you had trouble redeeming your points. Could you please let us know what specific issues you encountered? We have reached out to you via email for resolution. We'd love to help resolve this for you and make the progress smoother going forward. I'm surprised Monat even hires people or still has people doing customer service. That must be the worst job on planet Earth at this point. Amanda was also invited, and Monat replies to the people who were invited. I like the products. I'm disappointed because I became a market partner to be able to order products at a discount. Now there is a minimum amount of product that needs to be ordered. I do agree with that. She probably means I don't agree with that. And that is where I believe network marketing companies mess up. That people join the company because they want the products at a discounted price. Just give people a good customer program, and that way you have happy customers. They have VIP customers, but then they save 15% on the products, but if you become a market partner, you can save 30%. So that is not very helpful. Those are not people who want to build their business, who want to recruit. But I think it is more beneficial for Monat and also for the market partners to have other market partners in their downline who regularly purchase products than actual customers. And yeah, in this case, you're not able to order product at a discount. There is something wrong. But of course, Monat replies, Amanda, we appreciate your feedback and are glad you like our products. You have a VIP account with us, and as a VIP, you benefit from the many perks we offer, including no minimum purchase requirement. Please don't hesitate to contact us. We're here to help and would truly appreciate the opportunity to review with your account with you. Thank you again for your feedback. So somebody either messed up and didn't tell that person, if you want to save more money, you can sign up as a market partner, and didn't support that person, or Amanda wasn't aware what she was doing. But of course, Monat is truly happy and would like to help her, because I think it is more beneficial for Monat to have these people as market partners. More invited people. Love the hair and skin products. Love the hair and skin products. I'm so sad the cushion lotion and body butter are not being offered. These two items are so comforting to me and also to my husband, who has a shoulder that hurts. Then get another lotion and another butter. It's probably more about the massage. It helps he and I to sleep so much better. I've been using the product since 2020. I hope you bring them back. Thank you for the great feedback. We're thrilled you love the products, but we're obviously not getting them back because otherwise we would have said something. My hair feels softer and not frizzy. I've also noticed my hair is starting to grow. Wow, your hair naturally grows. But sure, Jen, that's wonderful to hear. Oh, well, somebody's using a lot of emojis. Stop it, Monat. You're just adding to the cliche. That is wonderful to hear. We're so glad your hair is feeling softer, less frizzy, and showing signs of growth. Enjoy the journey to even healthier hair. Michelle also, everything is wonderful. This is really boring to go through. If they pretty much say to the people they already know will leave a good review, leave a good review. That is why we have 60% 5-star reviews, because otherwise the percentage would look completely different. I love the products. Monat Night Haven Moisturizing Cream. Nobody cares about the moisturizing creams. I'm just going to scroll through these. These are all from August this year. This is wild. Somebody else got invited. Monat must have had some sort of initiative, to say, please go on Trustpilot and rate us. Great products. I love the products and sales. I do not like the flagship subscription. I would rather buy what I need when I need it. Yeah. Good point. This is a VIP customer then. Thank you so much for your feedback. We're thrilled to hear that you love the products and enjoy the sales. Well, there was more criticism than that, Monat. We completely understand that the flagship program might not work for everyone. While it is designed to provide convenience and exclusive benefits, we know some customers prefer to purchase only when needed. The good news is that flagship is completely optional and you can cancel at any time. To cancel blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but the issue is if you started flagship before before a certain date, then you had to pay your way into this flagship program. And depending on how many orders you had, you could either push them out forever or you were able to pay your way out of this flagship program, because otherwise you would have received at least 3 orders of $84 or more. Select the flagship you wish to cancel, flagship blah blah. Thank you again for being the Monat community. Yeah, that's not really helpful, because if you're not a VIP customer but you like the product, then you need to drop out, potentially pay for that to then join again. And because of the new incentives that Monat has put out, you do not need to pay your way in or out of the flagship anymore. That sounds like a lot of work, in my opinion, if somebody is interested in the actual products. Let's get to the real reviews here. My rep is amazing, not blah blah. I'm not interested in those fake reviews. I would like to hear from people who have not been invited by Monat, like the first person who clocked this really, really quickly. I'm just scrolling through the pages here. And this is all from this summer. They really, really had an incentive trying to make this look better. Probably because Monat, also in the US predominantly now, is pushing TikTok Shop. And if somebody Googles Monat, they might not only stumble upon reviews that are bad, but they also might stumble upon, it's this pyramid scheme, it's a network marketing company, don't touch it. But in that case, they can at least up the reviews on the products, because that's what you can do on TikTok Shop. If you're a distributor, you have to join as a market partner, and then you can also sell these things now on TikTok Shop. Stephanie Schmidt, hello Germany. I love the products, but I think they're a little bit expensive. Yeah, they're extremely pricey for what they are. We appreciate your honesty. While Monat products might seem a bit pricey initially, no, they are pricey. They are 3, 4, 5 times the prices of what you can get. I can speak comfortably to what is available in Germany. This is not a market that likes good hair care or skincare products with good ingredients, what Monat calls clean ingredients. I don't like that term. It's a promotional tool in my opinion, but you can go to the drugstore and you can get organic products, bio products. Welcome to Germany, where we don't know how to speak English. No, I'm joking. But you have a lot of products available also in the drugstore at a discounted price. DM, Rossmann, they all have their own lines, and those are good products. I have family members and friends who like those organic products, but they're the house brand pretty much, and they're able to keep them at an affordable price because those are 2 drugstore chains, very popular here, and they operate all over the country. That's why they're able to lower the price. We appreciate your honesty. While Monat products might seem a little bit pricey initially, their concentrated formulas often mean you need less product per use, which helps them last longer. Many customers find that the quality and results justify the investment. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, you're welcome. Trudy was also invited. Hilala as well. They're all from the summer, July and August. Somebody from France, careful, not free returns. It is market that there's free returns for 30 days. However, beware. Oh, and Monat didn't react to that. Monat didn't reply to this one. You didn't have anything to say. It is marketed that there is a free return for 30 days. However, beware, you have to pay the postage, which is expensive as it goes back to Poland, and I haven't received a reimbursement, and it's 16 days ago that it was delivered to Monat. So not such a shiny prospect after all. That is interesting, because I wondered where the fulfillment centers are in Europe. I thought that they struggled to set up the launches in Germany and in Belgium, because very likely they didn't have the warehouses set up and everything. But if they're operating with warehouses from Poland, where they get shipped back, that is pricey. It is not one country. When you ship these products within the European Union and not within your own country, then you consider you have a lot of products, it's a lot of weight, it can get really, really pricey. So Claire from France was not happy. Hair growth, don't care. Next one. Monat is really, really eager to make this work. Oh, there's a reply for a 1-star review. Unacceptable quality, Suzanne from the US, also in July. What I think happens if you have ever purchased from Monat, or also over the course of the summer 2025, maybe you have more insights you want to share. Did Monat ask their customers to leave reviews? That's what I suspect, because I'm sure they want to bump up their footprint. Maybe they're doing that because the reviews were really, really bad on Trustpilot before. Unfortunately, I don't have data from a couple of months or a year ago, and they're trying to bump up the good reviews. or they plan to go retail, really selling the products, and they want to up the amount of reviews that are connected to the products and not to the business model. Those are my two suspicions at the moment. Unacceptable quality. Lately, I've been receiving broken and even used products, the hair scrub, thinking of canceling. I don't have time to call every time I receive an order that's unacceptable quality. That would make me mad as well. Hi, Suzanne, we're so sorry to hear about your recent experience. This is absolutely not the standard we strive for. It's unfortunately a standard for Susan. We're actively working to improve our packaging and quality control to prevent issues like this in the future. We understand how valuable your time is and truly appreciate your patience. While we didn't see a previous support request, we created a replacement order for your hair scrub today, and you should receive it within the week. We've also included a special apology order with a small gift from us to make up for the inconvenience. So this is somebody who probably likes the product, but now says things are arriving here and they're broken or the quality is not acceptable because of the packaging, and I think they reacted very well here. Monat did a good job here. My hair has improved in quality and density, which I'm very thankful for. The only thing I wish is it would also help increase the length of the hair as well. We're happy to hear that our product has improved your health quality. Please don't hesitate to contact us. Well, what are you going to say here? More 5-star reviews, boring, from July. I mean, it's quite obvious when a lot of people post very, very positive reviews the same day. And what would be interesting would be to understand, are those actual customers or are those the distributors as well? Like Tina from Canada, US Hans, people from Germany, from France. Are those actual customers or your own distributors? Because in that case, then they should not be able to comment. And I agree with the very first review I read that Trustpilot needs to check these reviews. Love the shampoo, blah, blah, love the shampoo. Linda was also invited. July 30th, they had an influx of Trustpilot reviews that day. That is not a coincidence. My number one complaint with all my orders is we accumulate points, but it is usually cheaper for me to stock up during flash sales. My points are wasted, and I've got to keep up with changing my flex date so I don't receive products I don't want or need. Therefore, not a 5-star rating. So this is a US-based VIP customer, and that's what I mentioned before. You have to keep up with your flex ship order, and she has to change the flex ship dates. Otherwise, her orders will get shipped out, and that can be very, very stressful. And like she says, Monat has flash sales. Monat has so many flash sales. They regularly reduce the price of the product extremely. So that's what she says. You can save more money. You don't need to be a VIP customer. You can save more money just ordering from the flash sales. Me as a VIP customer accumulating points is not helpful. It's better to save money if you just use the flash sales. Thank you for taking the time to share your feedback. We truly appreciate your loyalty and understand your concerns about maximizing the value of your points and managing your deliveries. Our goal is to make the rewards program and subscription experience as beneficial and flexible as possible. While flash sales can sometimes offer deeper discounts, points are designed to give you consistent value and rewards for staying with us. That said, we know there is always room to improve, and your comment helps us doing that. But Monat claimed that they simplified the VIP program. That is what a lot of the distributors complained about. Lots of distributors have left, and before they left and also after they left, when they were with other companies, they spilled a lot of tea saying it's really, really hard to manage because the flagship program is really a bitch for the, not just for the customers, but for the distributors to keep up as well. And there are so many faults and so many flaws. And Monat said, yeah, we're changing it. The distributors were really happy about it. And that is something they announced together with the change of the compensation plan last winter. So there should be changes at that point. We're actively working, more user-friendly and rewarding. Yeah, how long are you going to work on that? Now, at that point, it was already 7 months after they announced the changes. If you ever need help, blah, blah. Leanne said, enjoying Monat, wish I tried it sooner. I've really been enjoying using the Monat products. The rumors about hair loss couldn't be more wrong in my experience. They're not rumors, they're facts. There are complaints and there are lawsuits, and Monat settled those lawsuits. They're not rumors. People lost hair because they used Monat products. I honestly wish I hadn't waited so long to give them a try. I'm currently using the Ira Clinical system and the leave-in conditioner daily, and I'm already seeing great results. My hair feels healthier, stronger, and more manageable. Thanks to Nikki and Angus, who is incredibly informative and supportive. throughout. It was a completely no pressure experience, which I really appreciated. Highly recommended giving Monat a go. Yeah, and I highly recommend to not do that. I find that odd as well that somebody would comment, there's no pressure, which I appreciate. So this is probably somebody who's aware it's a network marketing company and that the distributors can be extremely pushy. And that's why you might want to watch out if you don't want a pushy distributor attached to your booty in 2025. In this case, we're still July 30th, 2025, where you can get your hands on great products, hair care, skincare products, just by ordering online or going into a gazillion stores. There is no need to put yourself through a system, a network marketing system where you have a salesperson attached to you and you purchase through that person. And if that person is pushy, I'd be out. Monica was happy with the shampoo and conditioner. We're still July 30th. I'm not even going to go through the reviews. Let's see how many people posted. July 30th, the company quit the for you only free item on current order and changed it to future orders, but I never received anything on that future order. Yeah, I don't care. Still July 30th. What is going on, people? We're still July 30th. I've had that before with other Trustpilot reviews as well, that there was a push of people posting and telling everybody how wonderful either a distributor or the company itself was, and that already seemed fishy, but this is ridiculous. The shampoo burns my scalp. Poor Dennis. Still July 30th. That's ridiculous. Did not receive my flagship order. Shampoo and conditioner from New Zealand. Dries out your hair more. Do not recommend. Yeah, not everybody is happy with it. Not really happy with the products. Woo, somebody's belled or... Not really happy with the products. I didn't see that before, I promise. Not really happy with the products, just a very expensive product and don't feel that it's really doing anything. Still July 30th. What happened before July 30th? Let's go there. I cannot even say July 30th. Now we're July 29th. Did they have an incentive over the course of the summer? Mascara and hair serum didn't live up to the promises. The mascara was clumpy and only came in one color. The hair serum did nothing for my hair growth. We're sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sure you are, Monat, because you struggle and you now need to cater to the customers. That's the first company that also actively engages with a customer, on Trustpilot. There's another company I will also speak about for very personal and petty reasons, and that is Ringana. They're doing the same thing, but they're not necessarily replying to comments on Trustpilot, telling people how wonderful it is they love the products. They have to dispute a lot of the Ringana reviews that say it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, stay away. I had to laugh when I went through that one, and I have personal grievances with Ringana at this point, so that will come, or maybe the video is already out at some point. But Monat is really trying with the customers, which I think is a smart move. To me, that's a sign that they might go retail very soon. They will try to build a better customer base to then sell those exclusively either via TikTok store or Amazon or through affiliate marketing as well, and not with the business model they're currently working with, not with a predatory network marketing model. That's what I suspect, because they really put in an effort here, at least for a certain period of time. I had the fact that I cannot change my sponsor helper. My original sponsor left the company, so I floated to her upline, a person whom I don't even know. I rather work with another representative who I'm acquainted with. Thank you for sharing. We completely understand your frustration. It can be disappointing, blah, blah, blah. Currently, our system automatically reassigns accounts to the next active market partner and the original sponsor's upline. Yeah, that's when customers and also market partners roll up to that person. And we understand that may not always feel like the right fit. While we're unable to manually change sponsors at this time due to compliance guidelines. Another thing then to keep in mind, I don't know why that would be a compliance guideline. I'm a compliance expert myself, granted, in the media industry, but why are you not able to change that? Are they in trouble with the Florida Attorney General? Are they in trouble with maybe somebody pursuing legal action? They're also maybe pursuing legal action. that you cannot just move the customers around, because in that case you would have to quit your account and then start again. We're happy to help in any way we can to make your experience more positive. Yeah, reach out to 3 people instead of just buying the products. Makes total sense. July 29th, can I go further to the back? I want to see, this is ridiculous. 29th, won't let me sign into my account. Well, good for you. It's a sign. It's a sign from God that you shouldn't purchase from Monat. The 29th, there are so many people who commented this summer. This is not normal. I cannot jump to the first page. I would love to see from the first page what's happening here. There are still a lot of reviews from July 29th. Very overpriced products. Sales most often are. If you spend X dollars, first then you get a deal. They constantly send advertising and remind you to buy. Yeah. I just skipped and I went to page 33 through a bunch of ridiculous reviews that were posted over the summer in August and July. There was certainly an initiative, and now we're in April 24, 2025. Over the summer, Monat advised people and invited people to post there. So now we're jumping to April 24th. Anna from Germany, love the products. My hair is so much better. Then Shane from Australia, April 10th. We're making progress here. We're leaving the summer of this year behind. Misleading, terrible experience. Detox process is scripted. Hair falls out, and the products are extremely overrated for the price point. You cannot even claim anymore that the hair detoxes. Monat in the United States got a letter from the FTC, or a warning letter, that they cannot say that they have to go through a detox process if they experience hair shedding or hair loss, hair fallout. So I'm surprised if people still use this. You're not allowed to, and you can report this. That is against compliance. Hair falls out, and these products are extremely overrated for the price point. Sold by girls who shoot content in ring lights and sunlight, which can make anyone's hair look shiny. It's sales. Yeah, it is. And it's good, though, to show your hair in natural light. So if you have natural light and it looks shiny, then I think there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have studio lights, you also need to disclose that. The market partners know how to get you in. You like them, you buy from them. Be careful of the VIP flagship too. Yeah, good points. Then Vanessa said, first let me say I did my research on the products. From good, the bad, and the very ugly. I only have ever seen salon products in my hair, never supermarket. I started my struggle with thinning hair, losing so much you could see my scalp. I don't care. And Monat, here now Monat answers. Monat also doesn't answer every review anymore. They seem to stop doing that. Leah Scott says, underwhelmed. I have always used really good hair care and opted for products that don't contain silicons, etc. I found a girl and thought, why not try these products to see how they compare? My hair felt extremely dry and had zero shine. Give it away, just hoping, but no. The girls selling these products often are likable and make you feel like this will be life-changing. Yeah, we see those posts. I have entire playlists. I have an entire Monat playlist, or just overall the Anti-MLM playlist, which I will also link in this video. That's what they say. The products are life-changing and the opportunity is, but in the end, it's just selling products. It isn't, unfortunately. No, it's just hair care products. I did lose quite a bit of hair as well. Not sure if it was related, but they call it a detox process. You cannot say that. Australia, Monat, advise your people that you got warning letters in the US. You cannot say these things. Not sure if it was related, but they call it a detox process. However, my hair doesn't need a detox. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure if this is just what they say. I wanted to like these products, but I will be throwing them away, unfortunately. Christy, we're sorry to hear of your experience. We understand this can be quite frustrating. Thank you for passing on details. However, we're not able to locate an account with details provided. If you can email us at Monat, blah, 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 we will be happy to assist further. Somebody from Great Britain, March 2nd, said, disgraceful. The customer service team is absolutely unbelievable. It has been nearly 2 months of trying to return a parcel, and they're refusing to give me a refund, which they had originally agreed with. We're sorry to hear about this experience. We take all feedback seriously and continuously work to improve our customer service. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. What about giving this person a refund and actually looking at the issue? Tanya from Canada, lifeless hair. I have long hair and normally it is healthy and smooth. A friend of mine gave me the Monat replenishing mask. I have used it multiple times now and keep wondering why my hair feels lifeless and brittle after. I thought maybe I wasn't using enough. Maybe I didn't leave it in for 5 to 10 minutes as it says. So I kept trying to follow all the instructions to a T. Nothing changed. This mask has left my hair feeling tangled and rough. I will not use this again. I think these products cost a lot of money too, and I would never buy them myself. And this is how they leave my hair. Yeah, understandably. Somebody from Great Britain is excited. The products are amazing. I've been on a hair journey for many years and nothing has worked. But this product has made my hair grown and has got thick, silky and healthy. Your ass got thick, silky and healthy? I mean, some people would like a thick ass. And a healthy one, of course, but why silky? I have had so many compliments. That's lovely. I've recommended it to many friends and family. It's a typo. I get it. Thank you for sharing, blah. Cheryl from the United States. I overall like the product. I can go 4 days without washing my hair and it's not looking greasy for the most part. The problem I have is that when I get 3/4 of the way through the bottle, the product stops working. I have to toss the rest of the bottle because it no longer washes my hair, but instead makes it greasy. I thought maybe my hair was no longer able to use the product, but I opened and started using a new bottle and it was washing again. So with the old bottle, I'm well past the 90-day return window and feel wasteful of throwing away the bottle because it's an expensive product. Yeah, and also don't love that I can't make a Google review if product is good. It should also be reviewable. Had to search for a while to find this platform. I never heard that before, that somebody said when you get to the bottom of the bottle, products don't work. But she claims they don't work for her. Thank you so much for sharing your honest experience. We're glad to hear you're enjoying the results overall. Well, no, that was not the feedback, dum-dum. Being able to go several days without greasy hair is a great benefit. That said, we're truly sorry to hear about the issue you've experienced toward the end of the bottle. What you described isn't typical, and we absolutely understand your frustration, especially considering the price point and the fact that it's past the return window. Product performance should remain consistent throughout the last drop, and we'd like to look into this further for you. Please reach out. Regarding reviews, we appreciate you taking the time to find a space to share your feedback. Monat is actively working on improving how and where reviews can be shared, and will pass you a note about Google reviews along to the appropriate team. They're looking for customer reviews. Does that mean that they're working on going retail? I would think so. What I found really, really ridiculous was, let me take off my glasses because I'm getting a headache when I'm looking at the camera. What I found really, really ridiculous when they launched in Germany this year, there were already positive reviews in German on the website in Monat. And why was that ridiculous? Because for the first month and a half, I think it was, they had no customers here. Only the distributors were able to purchase the product. So those were very clearly very biased reviews. And if they do that on the German website, then I'm not surprised that they're doing that here with this summer initiative, let's call it like this, to up the ratings. It looks like they're taking a look at the product reviews. They're really trying to make themselves look better. Maybe it's because they're going full retail at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. Mexico, product was okay, but canceled ongoing auth 5 months ago and address, but every quarter they're fraudulently taking funds from my account without authority. Their accounting system is really bad and stealing funds from your account without authority. Beware. If that is truthful, that is very concerning. And hopefully there's a way to get the money back. If you're in Mexico, they might have some sort of fulfillment center there. Somebody you can reach out to or block that in your banking account. And let's finish with Marta Gonzalez from, I always want to say California, but it's Canada. Beware of the fine print. Total scam. This company does not tell the truth about returns. We've heard that now multiple times, that people are not happy about the return policy. The French customer said that before as well. I had to pay the return label from France to Poland, which can get pricey, especially if you have a lot of products, but that is never being advertised. They never tell you that. You really need to take a look at the fine print. It is in their fine print, but you have to look for it. They put an order through with my expired credit card saying that they do not need my permission or updated information for the transaction. When I returned the product before 30 days without even opening the box, they kept the taxes. So the 100% refund is a lie, a complete scam. I never heard that before, that they kept the taxes. But when you can get a refund, you do not get a 100% refund. Because if you need to pay one way of the shipping, then you don't get a 100% refund. You might get a refund 100% on the product, but you have to calculate the shipping cost, and that can get pricey. If she's in Canada, she might have a fulfillment center in Canada that she needs to ship back to. Maybe she needs to ship back to the United States. If within Europe the fulfillment center is in Poland, and I never thought of that before, then that can get really, really pricey, and you will have to spend a lot of money on the return labels. Not just shipping from your country, let's go with Europe, to Poland. Maybe they're having another one somewhere north in the UK, or now they started somewhere in Germany, I'm not sure, but it sounds like that's their fulfillment center in Europe. Then you have to pay for that cross-country, which can get pricey in Europe, but also the products. If you get a lot of products, or if there's something available on sale, it's physical products, it's shampoo and hair care and skincare, then the packages can get really heavy and you have to pay for that as well. So let's take that into account. I will stop the recording now, since we have arrived January 2025. We got over the summer initiative. That is why Monat has such good reviews compared to others. They have 60% 5-star reviews because a lot of people took time out of their day to post during the summer how amazing Monat is. But the usual issues, I think, pop up. The return policy, some people say it's a scam, it's fraudulent. I do not know if it is fraudulent to keep the taxes or those kind of things, or the charging processes, of course. But a lot of people are also not happy, and that kind of got washed out by this initiative to have very, very positive reviews. And I love that the very first review we went through was like, Trustpilot needs to take a look at these reviews. Something is off. Trustpilot, please take a look at these. Yeah. And also that the customer service is not necessarily the greatest, or that you might roll up to an upline and to a market partner you don't want to roll up to. And a lot of people have a lot of issues with customer service. So for Monat to have their customer service team comment on a lot of these, in my opinion, shows that they're setting themselves up differently, moving away from the market partner side. We will see. This video is filmed in August. By the time I post it, it will be December 7th. Maybe Monat doesn't even exist anymore. I would support that. And then that's a flashback to the good old summertime when Monat announced at some point, we're going full retail. I don't know if that will actually happen. We will see. I find that really interesting. So let's keep our eyes open for Monat, what is happening over the next couple of months or potentially even years. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss out on further uploads like Vlogmas Day 8, then stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. That way you will not miss out on the further uploads. And if you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!